Welcome back to another MTG or Modern League with me, Magix, and this time we are running a Bant Snow Control deck. So stay tuned and let's go!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
So guys, while we are searching for our first match, this is a deck list I found on the Twitter account from Doomswitch and Soulstrong, kind of, which was also in the 5-0 dumps. And yeah, it's just a blue-white control deck that splashes Astrolabe and green for Ice-Fang Coatl and Uros, and the rest is just a normal blue-white control deck with some Veto summons in the sideboards. So let's just jump into the action. I think most of the stuff is pretty self-explaining, since it's not the first time we are playing a blue-white deck, and yeah, it seems like a fine hand. No snow mana yet, but that hopefully changes. Mana should be perfect anyways, we are not in need of Path to Exile. The only thing I really changed from the deck list you can find in the description is the fact that I exchanged the second Mana Leak for Deprive, because I want to still test this with the Mystic Sanctuary, and since you have Uro to put extra land drops into play, I think it's okay. Our opponent played Thoughtseize on turn 1 and picked Path to Exile. So guess he picks the second one, no? I would guess it's a Death Shadow deck, kind of. Should be good against Death Shadow with Ice-Fang Coatls in the deck and stuff. Let's hold up Mana Leak here. Path to Exile, I suppose. He shocks in, we are sure it's Death Shadow, and seems to be the case. Actually, we'll Mana Leak this. Gurmak costs 7, right? So this should delay the Gurmak Angler. Unless he has another land drop, but unless Cantrip also helps against that. Well, now he has the 7 cards anyways, but then he has to tap out and can resolve the Path to Exile. Using Force of Negation there is not a good move, I think. That's also fine. Let's shock this in. Some more options here. Okay, now he has another blue source. Let's see what he is doing. Should not enough for a Gurmak Angler. Oh, yeah, it was. Okay, yeah, 6, of course. Yeah. Now it's okay, I guess. Let's play out the Ice-Fang here to redraw a card, maybe hit another land drop. Deprive, okay. Supreme Verdict is not bad, but we need more land drops here. So I guess we ship the turn back for now. Well, I mean, how likely is it that he will have 2 Stubborn Denials in his hand? I don't think it's that likely, so if we path in his turn, we still have Force up for maybe Deprive pitch. Or actually the Archmage's Charm, because we are far off from triple blue here. Let's try this. Actually, Archmage's Charm can still be useful. Okay, so if we draw a fetch land, we also have Supreme Verdict up. Okay, didn't have a Death Shadow. Yes, this is good. So we now have Archmage's Charm up. Can pay a Stubborn Denial too. This can get the basic planes then. So that we have also Supreme Verdict. Inquisition. Well, I think cash this in for some extra cards here. Let's get the other breeding pool, I suppose. Let's draw 2. He will pick Teferi most likely. Will not die immediately, I think. Yes, it's only a 3/3, so this can also grab a Temple Garden, I think. So we do it like this. Next turn we can cash in the Astrolabe, I suppose. If we find an Uro somewhere, that would be also great. Let's see if he has another threat. No, he doesn't. No K command either. This is great, because this can fetch Mystic Sanctuary out. Snow Covered Island. Let's put the Archmage's Charm on top, right? Or no, actually the... Oh, we pitched the Deprive here, then never mind. Let's pick the Archmage's Charm. This then forces him... to use a Stubborn Denial to protect his next threat. If he does nothing, well, we can draw 2. If we find a Jace, we should win this. Don't tap out here, just shift the turn back. Playing around that soft Stubborn Denial. Another red source, okay. I think I'll let this resolve, that's fine. We still have Path up and the counter spell, so big deal. You can have this. And he had the Stubborn Denial after all, so okay. Let's enter top deck mode and hope to draw a Planeswalker or something. All 3-mana Teferis are gone, unfortunately. This is not what we wanted, but I keep it in hand for now, in case he has a K command or something. Oh, that was a good top deck for him. Let's hope to rip a Jace or something. Yeah. Actually, instead of pathing this, let's control this, I suppose. So now we have a 2-turn clock. Yep. It's fine. Ship in, put him down to 4, this puts him down to 3. So he can't shock here because we have 2 attacker. If he plays a Death Shadow, we still have the removal, so I think we have won this. Yep. we have a lot of good draws there. If we don't brick with too much lands, that's great. Now we have Veil of Summer, which is awesome. We have Celestial Purge, which is much more awesome. Not a fan of Spell Snare. It's only there against the Snapcaster Mage, though I like Mystical Dispute because it also fights against Drawn in the Lock and Stubborn Denial. While Force was great this time, I'm not sure you really want it. Not a fan of Mana Leak. I like the one of Deprive actually. Not the greatest fan of Cryptic Command, but you can bounce creatures or tap them and don't have time for 3 Uros. Or you actually cut the Force of Negations because you have Veil of Summer now to protect your removal spells anyways, so I would like to try it like this. You can write in the comment section if you would leave Force in. I mean, there are situations where Force is really nice, like in this game, where you can stop with Stubborn Denial, but I think that is not the name of the game, and we have a lot of removal. We have Veil of Summer, we have Ice-Fang Coatl, we have still Uros to gain some life and ramp ahead. We have Supreme Verdicts to clean up all these Planeswalkers that are really huge if they stick. Teferi is huge against their counter magic. I actually like this matchup with this deck configuration. It looks really great. Yeah, fine hand. Can fetch out a Snow Mana and fully find an Astrolabe down the line. Can't stop the first discard, of course. We have a good hand against him, so we can pick either of these 2 removals, I guess, Ice-Fang or Path. Of course, Ice-Fang still needs more snow mana to be effective. Well, we can show him the island, I suppose. Deal, I think. Can opt for maybe Astrolabe. Try to enable the Death Touch here. Baubles himself. Don't like the card, so he fetches. Could counter the opt, but yeah, whatever. Yep, sure. Now let's chip back. We have Deprive or Ice-Fang if he does nothing. This is too risky. Okay. So we have a 1-1. Let's get the breeding pool here. He can kill this or counter this. Sure. Want a big Teferi. Well, a small Teferi would have been really great here. But so be it. Next turn we can fetch out a Sanctuary and put back Path on top. Not under a lot of pressure here, so I guess it's fine for now. There's only 2 more cards, so I found the Astrolabe. This is fun. This is fun. We fetch out the Sanctuary. Put the Path back on top. Yes. Lay this Astrolabe to draw the Path. Still have Deprive with Sanctuary up and the Path in hand. Which is a lot of fun. Give me the Path. Ship the turn. Don't have to do anything yet, because well, taking one is no big deal. If he fights about this, we can slam the Teferi. So bring it. Yep, take one. I mean, he can't even counter it with Stubbornly now. It's also fine. Well, could have another drown, but he doesn't play it. Now, I don't want to slam Teferi here yet into drown in the lock. Not while we have Deprive up. They will Deprive whatever he plays. If nothing else, we can pick up the Path to Exile, so that's fine. Whale of Summer now changes a lot of things, so let's try it. Let's see how many counter spells you have. Okay, so he has several counters. So we are in top deck mode now, unfortunately. Okay, now he picks the Deprive. Let's see if he has a threat. No, he doesn't. Okay, command. You have nothing in your graveyard. And shatter discard. But if we draw a other Whale of Summer, that would be a blowout. If we draw a Snapcaster Mage, that would be great. Literally everything besides a sorcery speed spell, I guess. Well, okay. Didn't do anything, so just play out the land, I suppose. What's this? 5 mana. Hardcast Street Wraith. Sure. So you still have the K command in hand, right? So do we care about taking 3 right now? Do we take the Veil of Summer? I think we take the Veil actually and risk it. So this allows us to have any good top deck in the future and surely resolve it, especially if he has a K command. Play something else, we can still cycle this. Like now. It's fine, we only lose the basic planes. The Snapcaster Mage. Could path this now. Not in a hurry. If he draws another drawn in the lock, maybe I am. I think we can take one more hit. Yeah, he did draw the drone, so I should have done this last turn. Getting punished by this. It's bad. Okay. Oh, the Misty doesn't do anything now. So we are dead. A lot of good draws, but fortunately we draw shit, so we die. Could have made some other decisions, of course. Maybe the Teferi was too early, but I'm not sure. Mystical Dispute is rough. Yeah, I mean, we have 2 Supreme Verdicts, so he isn't too fast. I mean, we need another fetch land, but we have Path and Uro now. Fortunately, only one more Sanctuary in the deck. Whale of Summer. Oop. Let's see, land drop. This is a land drop. So this is a Hallowed Fountain, and then we can play out Uro and maybe get back the path if we have to use it this turn. We find another land drop. Collective Brutality, sure. First game where we find an Uro. Well, he picked the path, so we have a target for the Sanctuary now. Have all the mana, of course, to do this. It's even kind of painless, so let's play out the Uro. We pick back up the path, yes, and ship back the turn. We can even opt into it. That's a great turn. And we have this Uro in the graveyard, down the line. Get back the path. Opt here. Yeah, well, it's fine, I guess. Found the Field of Ruin. Bad, not bad. There's not a lot going on, and flashes in a Snapcaster Mage. I think he only has 2 basics, right? So next turn we can Uro now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Next turn we can Uro. Still a lot of removal in hand. He's dying with his cards in hand, kind of. Ice-Fang is also not bad, but let's draw more. Oh. Drown can't answer this. Our graveyard is empty. Yep. Figured he has this. Uro is nice against Drown in the lock, so. And we found Jace. Nice. Our hand is stacked with goodies. And he's putting no pressure up. This is also too slow. Death Shadows are far from coming online. He could have a Disdainful Stroke again, or a Mystical Dispute, but he taps out, so maybe he kills this with a Fatal Push. Well, Gurmak is too slow, and too small, that's for sure. And I think he will concede to this Jace. Well, he doesn't. Now he does, yeah. Okay, won the first match against Death Shadow. Could have maybe played the second game better, but he had a stack hand with 2 drowns. Mystical Dispute and Disdainful Stroke. Maybe I should have killed the Street Wraith 1 turn earlier to play around the lock. But then still not a given that we win. I mean, we would have needed an Uro, then it would have been great. Even though he can kill it and draws us into more business. Yeah, well, sometimes that's how it goes. It's a horrible hand. It is a better hand. I think we put the Deprive on bottom, like how this hand is shaped. We need the land drops in play. So, Breeding Pool, Basic Island, Hallowed Fountain. Okay, Astrolabe Mirror. Fountain Uro, so let's do it like this. Watery Grave, so could be an Urza deck. Yeah, it's definitely an Urza deck. So let's stop this Talisman so he has no turn 3 Urza, actually. And the league also gets worse as the game progresses. Well, if we hit a land drop now, that would be tremendously good. Next turn. But we don't, so that's bad. A lot of clunk in our hand now. Astrolabes for him. Another Talisman, no Pithing Needle. Jace. Teferi Time Raveler, okay. That's bad. That is bad. I think the 4th land drop can kill us, definitely. I can't risk grabbing it with Ice-Fang Coatl if there's no real stuff in our hand. This is also bad. Now he picks the Archmage's Charm. He has probably one of his own. Countering our Ice-Fang Coatl here. Playing a fetch land, grabbing a Sanctuary. No, okay. Doesn't. Okay. So we might have a chance. Teferi is kind of dead, and Supreme Verdict is also kind of dead. Phew. There's not a lot we can do here, actually. I mean, putting him back a land drop isn't that great if we don't have a fetch land to get the Cryptic back to our hand, so... Could have Wheel of Invention here. Well, Astrolabe is also awkward. Can't tap out here. I don't make any progress, because attacking for 1 is kind of awkward. Well, no, he Fatal pushes. Yeah, he can still have the Archmage Charm. Sitting here doing nothing feels also horrible. And now he wears, of course. I hate this matchup. Now we have to make sure that Jace survives and that he doesn't have a Force of Negation. Okay, he can make 3 Sculptors, but not this turn, so I guess we can brainstorm once. If he has a discard, I want at least the Cryptic in my hand. Is that true? I want at least the Supreme Verdict, I guess. Okay, so we can play Urza now, but then he's tapped out, kind of. Hopefully the Jace is good enough here. Don't have a mana right now. If he sacks all these artifacts to deal with the Jace, it's fine. Here comes the Urza. So he has sort of the meat combo. Well, I suppose we are not dead yet. Can break this up. He has infinite life, yes, but we can still win with milling. So, yeah, well, it's up to you. Well, I think with the Urza he can draw his deck, right? So... kind of unlucky that he has this one off Sword of the Meek in his hand too. Seems like he didn't have the Archmage Charm and I misread him, but... yeah. How long will he do this? It's not like I will ever beat him down with Snapcaster Mages or what have you. Well, the thing is he can do this over and over again, so I still need something to break this up. Of course. This time Raveler again, which is not the greatest. Guess we put this Verdict on top to protect it from Thoughtseize. Yeah. Now we can still create 2 tokens here. So have to plus the Jace for now. Let's put this on bottom. Can kind of put the Supreme Verdicts back top of our deck, but I want to bounce his stuff here. So I won't path yet, the Jace won't die. Might need this for something down the line. Darksteel Citadel, okay. Comes another Urza. So he creates another army, okay. Return draw, right, let's try this. Let's see if he has a counterspell here. Yes, he has, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still not... I mean, we can Wrath and then counter this on the way down if he doesn't have another counter spell, so... Let's grab the Mystic Sanctuary here. Okay. this will be a counter war all game long, so I still like all of this. I like this one-off Surgical. Or actually, I like the Ashioks a little bit more. Convinced you need all this pass to Exiles. Supreme Verdict was nice here. I still like Teferi. I still like all this counter stuff. Not sure how much you need these Ice-Fang Coatls. I mean, they can cycle, yes, but that's mainly it, so... But then again, doesn't hurt to have cards that cycle. Not a fan of Spell Snare. It's mainly there to catch the Foundry, I guess. This path, maybe. Don't the odds, but cantrips don't hurt. They give us more control over our deck. Don't think there is much use for these forces. Will never really tap out in his turn. I think 2 are maybe fine. Maybe we actually don't have time for the Uros. Let's try it like this. Well, yeah, it's a fine hand. We have the Astrolabe mana. Turn 2 mana leak, hopefully is good. Some extra counters against the Urza. Ashiok to prevent his Weir of Invention. So, let's see. Oh, he picked an Ashiok, not bad. So the second one should be good. Maybe he has another discard spell, of course. Yeah, good, we have a Sanctuary. Later. Yep, probably picks the other Ashiok too, so we no longer have them. So, no, he's not missing land drops, but one Sanctuary without value, that's good. Don't have to do anything right now. Drawing both path after we've cut down to 2 feels bad. So far he is not doing a lot. There's nothing in our graveyard yet to get a Sanctuary. So, well, he fetched before the next island, so he has a Sanctuary. Okay, you pick probably the Mana Leak. Yep. Well, seems like it's good, so we pick it back up. He has the Archmage Charm. Yeah. Or a Weir for 0. Like a Tormod's Crypt? Oh, that's neat. That is neat. Sure. Ice-Fang is not bad. Can flash it in end of turn. Already at 13. With 2 Sword Seizes. We have nothing really in our graveyard that matters right now. Can still fight against the Earther with these both counter spells. You are annoying with your damn discard. Let's see if you can find a Whale of Summer here. Oh, now he picks the Teferi most likely. Yep. Sure. Okay. Found another counter spell. That. So the clock is going. Sure, you have more mana, so Mana Leak becomes kind of worse now. Maybe it stalled enough time. Found a Cryptic, so not bad. Whale of Summer would be tremendously good, but draw it right now. So, draw go. Well, we have a lot of counter magic. Astrolabes for you, sir. Let's try to hit some land drops here. He counters this. It's fine. So he has a Deprive. Oh, we can actually fight this now. This was bad. By force here, he can have this other card, but I don't want him to get the Deprive lock up, so I think we pitch the Disdainful Stroke, trying to get these 2 land drops, these 2 extra cards. So he has a Mystical Dispute too. Oh. Okay. So we found the land drop finally. So now we have Cryptic Mana Leak up. Can't pick back up the Deprive, at least. Gets back the Weir of Invention, okay. And he will redraw it with this bauble. I should have used the Field of Ruin there, actually. finally cash in this mana leak. Does he have double dispute? I mean, in this case, Cryptic won't be good anyways, so... yes he does. Okay. So this is probably a Thopter Foundry. Yep. Comes this shit again. And a Cryptic too. Wow. Okay. And a Mystic Sanctuary. Only one more card. Goes to 3, okay. Another Weir of Invention, sure. But if he searches now, he has to shuffle, kind of. Oh man. So he has a Weir on top. We can force him to shuffle with this Field of Ruin. If I fight about this path, he won't search necessarily. Can flashback the mana leak, but we still don't have enough. We are missing this damn land drop again. 6, 7, we only have 6, so only 3 up with this Field of Ruin if I want to force him to shuffle. Well, I think it's more important to prevent the... You know what I mean. So if we pass the Urza now, he has 2 random cards. He can make some Thopters. Nothing I can really opt into here. Could have maybe tried to go all in for a Whale of Summer, but gambled once last time and no success. Can make a blocker for the Coatl here, so will not attack. Keep the Coatl on the board for the construct. Hopefully slam Jace next turn. Hopefully he doesn't have another tutor here. Yikes. Okay. trade this here, it's fine. Again, we are missing this damn next land drop, so we could Jace and Force in one turn. Feels horrible. Finally the land drop, so don't have to attack yet. Okay, so this can be another Mystic Sanctuary by him if he runs another one. Third one, I'm not sure. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I feel like I want to counter draw here to get something going. Finally cash in this Cryptic Command. Now we find the land drops that we don't actually need. Anyways, so he can create 2 more Thopters to kill the Jace down, so I guess we Fate Seal our next top deck. Yes, put this on bottom definitely. Also try to attack now. He gains some life, but he goes all in for the Jace, well, can also die. So draws another Archmage Charm. Cashes in his artifacts now. Yes. Okay, so this is... he can also cash this in for itself to kill the Jace, actually. It's a smart move. So maybe I should have brainstormed, but if he goes all in, he goes to 3, yeah. So found an Archmage Charm. Don't think he has the 4th Charm, the 4th Sanctuary. Well, I mean, this way the board is clean again, and we have the counter against his next top deck. Do you have the 4th Sanctuary here? Nope, okay. So, top deck war. Yep, and we find the Jace. And we find the Cryptic and the Sanctuary, so I think this should be it. Lucky us. 1 card. Concedes, great. Maybe lucky, but yeah, it was a tough game. Yeah, I mean, we are on the draw. No real 1-drop, but have the lands. We junt. Yep, so here comes the discard again. Probably takes the Coatl. Yep. Drawing another land is bad there. Yep, and it is Junt. So we literally have no hand, only lands. It's horrible. Could have Liliana next turn, but in this case we at least can pitch some damn lands. Tarmogoyf, okay. And he's missing land drops, which gives me some hope here. Find a path. It's awkward, but we are still in this game then. So we'll take 4 here. Kind of forced to counter this, else we can't really deal with this. Well, now it's a 6-7, of course. This is not great right now. Still have to find some removal spells. Could cast Uro next turn. So we go to 12, go to 11. Doesn't have a Bloodbraid Elf, it seems like. Another Tarmogoyf. So we are hoping for a Supreme Verdict now. Clean this mess up. Or a Path to Exile is also fine. I don't think Coatl is good enough, but at least we can play both cards. Maybe still find a Path to Exile, and this should shrink the Tarmogoyfs. Do we keep the Sanctuary for now? No, I don't think so. It's okay. In case we hit a Path to Exile, we can still cast it, and I think we're not lacking in the card advantage department here. We have to keep the board clean. Again, 10 power. Man. Scary, scary. Could have a bolt here too. Have to do it like this in case I draw a path. Can have the removal here. Yep. So, Path to Exile. Nope. He has another bolt, we are dead. Do you have the bolts? Nope. Still not out of the woods here. This is smart, so we have to tap and return this. Have to do this again next turn with the Snapcaster. If we Supreme Verdict here, I don't think that's good enough because of this Raging Ravine right now. I mean, he has to go all in, kind of. Two, three, four. He can still block this with the Snapcaster, get this into the graveyard and cast the Uro. Maybe find the land drop, so I'm kind of leaning in this line of play. If he uses all his mana to activate the Raging Ravine, then it's fine. Okay. Let's wait till he taps us down in case so he can't bolt. Still looking for that path to exile. But we can recast the Uro next turn and protect it maybe. So this is my game plan for right now. So Snapcaster is just a sacrificial lamp for the Uro. Then we are back at 6. And we even find the Field of Ruin, which is nice. Yep, Uro is a nice card, definitely. Nope. Oh, let's ship the turn back here. No need to do anything right now. So we have Mana Leak and Force still up. There he can't use the Raging Ravine right now, so let's force this. It now kills the Uro. We are still not dead. And the life gain was very relevant. I mean, these are the 6 life points we gained from the Uro. Does he have a K command now? Yes, he does. There are no use in keeping the path to exile there. The mana leak, sorry. But now we have a clock going, and the Raging Ravine is no longer an issue, so... Yep, no longer an issue. So the Clotis doesn't do a lot here. Yeah, sure. We gain 3 life each turn, so no big deal. Ooh, this one is good. No, it's not really good. Can kill it with the Uro, I suppose. Yep. Still kill this. Actually prefer, because we are drawing more cards, he is not, so that's fine. This doesn't matter too much right now. Oh, this is also great, so we can bounce this back. could also bounce an Astrolabe to draw more cards, actually. But I think wasting his mana here is also not bad. So he can't Bloodbraid and play this other dude in one turn. And yeah, he concedes. Nice. I like Whale of Summer in this matchup. Not a fan of Force, actually. I like the Celestial Purges. Spell Snare. Mana Leak is okay. You have to survive the early turns, so... Aether Gust can deal with the Clothes and the Tarmogoyfs. So can Celestial Purge. I like most what we are doing here. Feels pretty powerful. Still like the Astrolabes. Ice-Fang is also still okay. Forces him to have removal. Spell Snare is fine. Opt is fine. Charm is fine. Oh, it's hard. I actually want this Aether Gust, but I don't see a card to cut here. Teferi is still okay because it can bounce creature, enchantment, and prevents the cascade from the Bloodbraid Elf, actually. Or improve Supreme Verdict to an instant speed. Sweeper. So maybe on the draw you cut a land? Is that true? Is that true? Don't think that is true. You lose more if you don't get your land drops. So maybe it's cutting down on one Astrolabe draw, playing it like this. Or you cut down one Uro, actually. It was great this game, but you only really need one in the graveyard. And having too much of them is not great. But he won this game, so earned his spot so far. Now, post-board, we have more ways to deal with this Ren and 6. Aether Gust is another answer to that. Yeah, this hand is fine. Removal spell, a counter spell, and a cantrip with enough land drops. Whale of Summer. Give it to me. Please. Please. Ah, well. This is a green colored source, but we don't have to fetch right away. Could have a Fulminator Mage. We don't have to opt right away. This can be a Ren 6. Dark Confident. Well, this forces us kinder to do the path. Don't need this right now. Ice-Fang is not bad, but this rams him straight up to Bloodbraid Elf, unfortunately. Hopefully Supreme Verdict can catch us up. This Plains was also Arcward. Comes the Bloodbraid. Yep. Into Thoughtseize Vomit. Over Raging Ravine, okay. Takes a Supreme Verdict, that's interesting. Ah. Turn too late. Can't risk taking 3 more if he plays another Bloodbraid. Sanctuary is kind of far off this way. Yeah, I think I have to use the Coatl and hope for Path or something. Only Weather Summer is good down the line. Could have a second one here. Well, then we block right now. It doesn't have Death Touch, but so be it. Save some life points here. And there comes the Tarmogoyf now. Another one. So, Supreme Verdict from the top, please. Oh, we are most likely dead. Yeah. This Uro won't save us, but it can find maybe a path to exile. Well, we take 8, 11 next turn and go to 4. With this we go to 3 and are dead to a lightning bolt. Fetch the basic island. Can put the path to exile back on top. Can't hold up Weight of Summer then, but I don't think that will do us any good right now. I should have put the Supreme Verdict actually on top, now that I think about it. But well, maybe we can pass, still play the Uro and survive next turn. As a bolt, it won't matter anyway, so... Phew! Rough beats here. Very rough beats. I should have picked up the Supreme Verdict now. I think that was the smartest choice. With Supreme Verdict, we still have Veil and Spell Snare up. I mean, it's not... We're still not out of the woods, but I think it would have been the smarter choice. Well, anyways, it was rough. Ruska, eh? Still like most of the card choices. Do we need this third Uro? Maybe it is better than this Astrolabe, but Coatl is only really good with the Astrolabe. Maybe we go like this. Seems more impactful than the 1/1. It has a turn to Coatl and hopefully a fetch land down the line. We have 2 Teferis. If we find the white source, we can draw a lot of cards. If not, well, could go quickly out of hand, but hoping for the best right now. Does he take a mulligan? I'm not sure. Yeah, he mulligans to 6. Does he take another mulligan? I mean, my hand is heavily relying on this Coatl or finding a white source, so... Comes the discard. Yep, and we are probably screwed. I bet as a punishment we draw an Astrolabe now. Let's see. Still maybe 2 more draws to do something here. Okay, you have it. I play my snap. You have your cage. White source. Nope. Well, 1 more draw till Cryptic at least. A lot going on here. Just this. Tarmogoyf, yep. White source, please. White source. Sometimes I hate this game. Not a single of the damn fetch lands here. Screw this. I can take some hits at least, but now there's a Raging Ravine looming over there. He doesn't play anything. That's so frustrating. Finally having the Veil of Summer and nothing happens. Well, now we can at least grab a white source end of turn. Still holding up Cryptic Command, holding the Snapcaster back in case. He has a Bloodbraid Elf. We can go to 10, I suppose. We can draw out of this. So here comes the Bloodbraids. Feels awkward, but I have to gain some tempo here. Still hoping for a white source, maybe. Doesn't want to cash in this Bloodbraid. Okay. Finally a white source, so... If we crack this and play the Teferi, that doesn't get us anywhere right now. Let's wait until he has Tarmogoyf back in play. Can also... No, we can't. Oh yes, we... Never mind, this is fine. We can get back the Cryptic, bounce this. See what he has here. So, do we want the Cryptic back? Maybe the answer is actually yes. Don't have priority for this, so... It's not the right call. No, let's not do this. cash in the Teferi with Whale of Summer up. Stops other Bloodbraid Elves. So he has Tarmogoyf and 2 unknowns. Ashiok. There's not a lot we can do against this. Lost the Jace there. Comes the Goyf again, which is fine. Let. Snapcaster is still staring at this. Bloodbraid, so attack with a snap. No, not yet, I don't think so. So now we have the land drops and are mainly looking for something good. Another Raging Ravine is awkward now. Let's cash this in finally. Okay, found the path for the Raging Ravine. Next turn. Ah, fuck, I didn't think about the Ashiok there. Awkward. Well. Let's hope this bastard dies next turn. Okay, so this dude is finally gone, so let's fetch now. And get another white source, I suppose. Actually grab white, green. Have most colors up. Yeah, well, we still have a Jace and Hero of Dominaria here. This is great. Can't do anything here because of this Teferi. Guess we try to keep this in play for now. Ship the turn back for now. So, do we have in our deck still one Uro And bounce this back. This is also okay. Bounce this back. Supreme Verdict here. Take this up. Play this. Shift the turn back. We can't play the Uro out with the cage in play, but we can get rid of the cage and then try to get the Uro down in one turn. Is he now trying to mill me out? That would be awkward. I should have fetched in response. Okay, so we are trying to ride this to victory now. Still want my cards. Let's see what we have in our deck still. Well, not a lot, so we have kind of to attack here. Uro is not good anymore. Can only draw some cards. Deprive is not bad. Okay, so we have the Deprive lock up. He has 2 cards. 1 card. So I will only hold my counter spells open here and try to ride this creatures to victory. Turn of auto heals actually. Yeah, I don't want to draw more cards now. I want to win this with my doggy beatdown here. This gives him some life, so... Well, with Sanctuary we can't mill ourselves if we are careful. Because we can always put 1 card back on top. And we can tuck our own Teferi. Yeah, great. 3-0. Let's go, let's go. So the cage was not the end of the world, which is good. So we are harder to hate out. I wonder how the second game would have gone if I put the Supreme Verdict on top. In this game, I think fetching out the Mystic Sanctuary was premature. I thought you could hold the priority with the ability on this deck when you target something and then still cast. Okay, 4th match, here we go. Would you like to play first? Yes, please. Yeah, well, we have an opt, some Uros to hopefully ramp us up. We'll take some damage here with the fetch lands. Maybe if you find an Astrolabe, I can change that. Reading pool is important. Basic Forests, Utopia Sprawl. Don't feel like forcing this, but it gives him some speed, right? So I don't know what. Let's cash this force in. Should be like one of these Pouncer decks. Gaining some time here should be okay. Especially getting this Teferi down on 5 should prevent his Bloodbraid Elves and stuff. Can bounce future Utopia Sprawls, and maybe he doesn't have red mana without this, so let's try this out. The Uro in play, I think they have a hard time dealing with this. So I'm mainly looking to survive here. Let's grab the Hallowed Fountain. Found the Deprive, not bad. Tapped wrong. Oh, it's colorless. Let's take this up, ship the turn. See if he tries to resolve a Stone Rain here. Can defend against the Blood Moon. Can bounce this back. This is exactly what I meant. To get this Teferi into play. Can hold up Deprive now. Which is not the worst. Try to get down the Uro. But then we have to cash it in immediately because he has this here, Clothes again, and that's a pretty hateful card. Because it eats out stuff from our graveyard, and then he can eat the Uro. And here comes the Bloodbraid, but yeah, well, I mean... you don't get value out of this now. So let's ship it back for now. The Teferi Cascade isn't as scary. Mana. What's this? Lightning Bolt. Oh, how about we don't do that? Sure, it's an Arbor Elf. If we keep the Teferi at 4, he survives an attack from the Bloodbraid. I like getting the Uro down now. But we can also fetch another Sanctuary. Put the Deprive back on top. Then actually draw it. Yes. That into play, uptick this, and ship the turn with 1 Deprive up. 6 mana now. Okay. Glorybringer. Now Cloth is... when did he reveal Glorybringer? Ah, with the Bloodbraid, never mind. Oops, that was the wrong land, damn you. Damn you, MTGO, I clicked too fast. Not well. Definitely should pick up the Deprive there. 2, 3, 5, 6. Take the opt. Done. Finding the path. Ship the turn back. So he has 2 unknowns. Maybe Pyromancer. That one doesn't matter anymore, I think. Can bounce this back even. Okay. Chandra. Well, that is scary. That can't kill the Uro. But we can kill the Chandra. So you can pick this back up. Attack the Chandra. This into play. Attack. Kill it. This into play. Still have Cryptic up. Wow. Turn. Oh. I think we protect the Teferi here. Can't bolt, so Teferi still stops the Bloodbraid Elves. Don't fear his god right now. Yeah, sure. If it becomes a creature, we can path it. Oh, this was awkward, okay. Okay. As I mentioned, he has a hard time dealing with the 6/6, so you can have the Deprive. You can counter bounce now. Magus of the Moon. Yeah, let's counter and return the Sanctuary. Let's cash this in for a basic. Should have played the other Coatl. Well, now we have the Cryptic lock going. Yeah, man, if this deck grinds, it grinds really hard. So I think using the Force in the first turn was definitely worth it. Now we gain better removal spells. I still like the Uros. He might have some form of graveyard removal, but whatever. I actually also like the Disdainful Strokes, but they are more reactive, and I think Archmage Charm is kind of better. Maybe Force is not good enough on the draw. Spell Snare doesn't do anything. Maybe Disdainful Stroke is too cute, but we saw Glorybringer, we saw Chandra, Bloodbraid Elf, but then you also need the Teferi in play. Deprive and Mana Leak, still doing the same most of the times. Mana Leak is better in the early games. We have Aether Gust to catch the stuff, Celestial Purge to deal with it. Still like Path to Exile. Maybe you actually don't want Force. Maybe Jace is too awkward against all the Lightning Bolt and Hasters and stuff. It is a form of card advantage. I like the Astrolabes in case he has Blood Moon. This is a great foil against that. Maybe that is a reason to forgo the Mana Leak actually. Let's try it like this. So I don't fear the Blood Moons that much. 61 cards. Here we have Astrolabe into Ice-Fang, Mystic Sanctuary, and some land drops. It's not the greatest hand, but also not the worst. He's taken a mulligan. Let's grab Island here. So we already have double blue if you place a Blood Moon next turn. Double Coatl. This could be the God here. Could also be a Magus of the Moon. No, it's the God. This is the next basic. Don't have to care about Blood Moon anymore, I think. Gains another mana. Here is the Magus of the Moon. So I think this will be actually the second blue, and then we have 3 blue for Cryptic and Archmage Charm. And we found the Time Raveler. Bad, not bad. So we could Revel this right now, wasting his turn, then we can block here maybe. If he doesn't have the removal spell, it's also fine. This prevents him from using Bloodbraid Elf that efficiently next turn. We found an Uro, not bad. Sure. So this was more like a time walk. He doesn't want to trade, which is fine. We have a lot Ice-Fang Coatls going. So if you play the Uro out, we can make another land drop, but then we don't have these cards open. So I think we ship back for now. No need to do anything. See you gain another mana. Could be a Glorybringer here. We have Cryptic up now. Seasoned Pyromancer. Could have a Veil of Summer. No, he can't because we have Teferi out, so can counterbounce the Clothes. Actually, counter it next turn. If I play the Uro now, he will just do it. Because I have only 3 blue, so let's just ship back for now. Let's try to counter the God here. Playing our graveyard for the Uro. Other Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't think we care about this right now. That's fine. Okay, he has a lot of Magus of the Moons. Okay. And we found the Deprive. We did care because he can attack Teferi now. Still far off Uro. We have a path, so Teferi only takes one really, so let's see what he does here. So he has the God and one unknown in hand. Ah. Okay, there's the third island, so we can do more stuff in one turn. Can also pass this Magus of the Moon soon. Then hopefully use the Uro in one turn. Actually don't hate that right now. So if we lose the Coatl next turn and use the path, we can cast the Uro, which is fine. Yeah, don't care about these tokens right now. We still have the Supreme Verdict, kind of. So he still has this God. Inferno Titan. Well, I care about you. So now he has only the God in hand. We can Uro soon. Because I block here. Cash this in for white. Oh, this can become a Temple Garden. Green, green, blue, blue. 2, 3, 4. Don't need the Cryptic actually right now. This back up on top. And we can also put the path to exile on top, I guess. Why not? So now you can play your God and then hold Archmage Charm up. Yeah, seems like we are in the driver's seat now. Can use the Season Pyro to stall a little bit, but we are so far ahead in this game. Don't think we care about the God, since we gain so much life anyways. Yeah, I don't think we care about this right now. Care more about the Glorybringer or exactly this one. We have the path to exile for this. Sure. He can use this Seasoned Pyro. We still have the Deprive on top, so... I mean, we don't have to attack with the Uro necessarily. We can also just say draw go. But I also don't mind getting this game over with. If he attacks the Planeswalkers, yeah, well, whatever, right? We still have Deprive and Mystic Sanctuary up. And we are beating down with the 6/6, so... Teferi has still value. Arbo Elf, yeah, sure. This will only prolong this game. All of our basics right now. This will go up. This will go up. This will be the Jace. Play this, then we brainstorm here. Put this path back on top. Grab the path. Attack with our 6/6. Has to block. It's fine. Ship the turn back. I don't see how he wins this. Yeah. Okay, great. Onwards to the last match. Bring it, MTGO. Let's see if we can grab the trophy. But man, this deck grinds like hell. If the Uro gets going and you have all these Planeswalkers. Good lord. And with the Astrolabe, you're not punked out by Blood Moon effects. That is what I really like. You have Veil of Summer against the discard decks. Not a lot else you can ask for. The Teferi was really great. The Time Raveler, but yeah, one of the cards that's really obnoxious, but well, makes a powerful deck if you play those Astrolabe, Veil of Summer stuff. I also like the Deprive. I think it's really good if you, since you kind of ramp a little bit with Uro anyways, taking back the 4th land drop usually doesn't hurt, because you can play it outright again. Doing this over and over again with the Sanctuary is really great. Not sure you can actually run 3 Sanctuaries, because you are a 3-color deck after all. There's still like 3 Field of Ruins against the Field of the Dead, Cavern of Souls stuff. Yeah, the sideboard is pretty good. Unsure if you really need the Veto, so you still have 1 slot there. Maybe you don't need 2 Disdainful Strokes, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's an okay hand. Anything. Turn to Coatl. Have the Cryptic fully on turn 4. Another discard deck. Snapcaster is not good here. Only have 2 in the deck because we don't run that many spells, and having Sanctuary also to fetch up is kind of like a snap. Is this burn? Oh, seems like a burn deck that didn't have a good opener, but probably a lot of Eidolons. Awkward, so guess we still try the Coatl. It has Death Touch at least. Could have a Searing Blaze here, of course, but have to do something. Since we don't have removal spell right now. Don't have a force here, unfortunately. Jace. Oh. Rift Bolt, okay. Phew. That's getting rough. So we're kind of forced to try it again with the Snapcaster Mage. Then we go to 8 already. Hopefully can survive. Doesn't seem that great. Searing Blaze is really wrecking us. It's a matchup where I wanted the Force, actually. Usually you should mulligan a burn hand without the 1-drop. Though it works out this time. Screams like another Searing Blaze, so I kind of don't want to do anything here. Comes the Boros Charm. Lightning Helix. Most likely dead, since he has a redraw anyways. Maybe if we find an Uro to path. Should have grabbed the island actually. This was bad. Yeah, now we go to 4 and add that to Boros Charm. But so be it. You can kill me now. Okay, going to 1. Dead to anything. In a Swift Spear. But he has even a redraw, and I mean, between 3 unknown cards. You need the Force here actually to survive, but don't have the time. Didn't find the Uro. Wow, okay. Land drop Bolt, playing around the Force. Maybe. No, having more Searing Blazes in hand. Still can't dig for this Uro. Want Mana Leak and Archmage Charm up. It's So he has Eidolon and probably another land drop or something. He has more Eidolons in hand even. Here, all the Eidolons. Ah, damn it. Yeah, well, what can you do? What can you do? That was the fetch land that I messed up. Exactly, that was the fetch land. Yeah, seems right. Get this in the deck, get this in the deck, get this in the deck. Cat Supreme Verdict. Don't need all this clunk in the deck. So Jace is still okay to find the cards. Teferi is only really good against Riftbolt. Forces him to not overload us, but I think between Uro and Timely we are fine unless we don't survive the early game again. Maybe we cut down one land. We have enough cantrips. That can't be right. One Coatl is correct. Because it's 2 mana. Yeah, we have removal, we have timely, we have mana leak, so let's try to win this and then go to the final end round for the trophy. Play this tapped, save some life down the line. And feels bad to mess this game 1 up because of 1 damage. Comes the Goblin Guide. Path to Exile. Astrolabe. Oh, let's cash this in right now. Mana efficient, he can play Eidolon now, then we play Timely, gain 4, make 3 blockers. Okay, screw the critics. Lava Spike. Nothing else, okay. Can wait a little bit. Let's cash the mana leak in right now. So, another gain 3. Try to find an Uro. Okay. Okay. Bolt. Let's take the Hallowed Fountain. Let's play the Opts. Don't need more path. Find the Uro. Let's wait one more turn. Still have Skullcrack or something. Still have path up. Have to take 2 here. He has the Skullcrack. Can still look for Spell Snare or something. So now we have 5 mana up. So here comes the Skullcrack most likely. Exactly. Should turn back. So 2 more cards. Eidolon. If we hit another land drop, we can timely and have the Archmage Charm. So let's hope for a land drop here. Nope, unfortunately not. 2/5, Skullcrack. Nope, okay. And we continue with the Uro train next turn. Okay. Let's put everything in front. Get this off the table. Still looking for this 6th land drop for the Uro plus Archmage Charm. Searing Blaze. Okay, so he keeps this in because of the Ice-Fang or what? Okay, this is off the table. Okay, so stick some Uros here, I guess. Green, blue, blue, green. 1, 2, 3. Done. And this wins the game. So now we are on the draw for the grand final. Keeps in the Searing Blazes, so I think cutting down on these Coatls is okay. Astrolabe is a redraw and improves our mana. Yeah, just try to not get run over, I guess. Deal with the Eidolons. Let's try this. Oh, we have the path, but a really shitty hand otherwise. Maybe it's okay with the Astrolabe. I'm not sure. I think we can do better with the 6-card hand. Those 5 lands are really unacceptable this matchup. This doesn't have the path, but we have the Aether Gust and an Uro at least. Need the Jace right now. We have 1 removal spell. Here it comes. No, he's again holding a hand without a 1-drop Hogwarts. I take it. Comes the bolt. Let's try to get this deck going. Okay. Only the Uro will be good enough. Don't have much else right now. Here comes the Goblin Guide. Is he missing land drops? That would be great. And he missed an attack. Wow. Seems awkward. Oh, he didn't miss a land drop, only the attack was missed. So we have the Aether Gust. Next turn we can try to stick the Uro. It will take 1 more damage, so I guess we can as well play the island here. So we should have been at 14. Let's see if this matters in the end. Celestial Purge, so we can safely Aether Gust this right now. Let's see if we put the Goblin Guide back on top. Yeah, he puts it back on top, okay. So shuffle right now. So this is a turn where we can play the Breeding Pool safely. Still have the Uro in hand as soon as he taps down more mana. This will be our way to victory. So here comes the Goblin Guide again. We have the Purge for it. Okay. White. You. Okay. Nothing again. Let's grab this Aether Gust, I suppose. It's a removal and counter spell, which is really good. Still don't have to do anything because he has Skullcrack open. We are still at 16. 3 cards. He can cash this in now. Lightning Helix. Well, let's counter draw this. 3 life are 3 life. And he does nothing. So we ship the turn back, and next turn we can Uro with Aether Gust up. Sure. Let's get our basic planes here. We're not reliant on this Astrolabe again. Jace. Well, I guess you can pick this up. Can still have the Skullcrack, but at this point I'm not that concerned. Where did he put it? Back on top. Okay. Draw more cards. Well... Only lands, we are the landlord here. So here comes this Goblin Guide again. Could have put a land on top to draw it here, but I actually want the Mystic Sanctuary here to get back the Aether Gust. So next turn we can Uro and Aether Gust still. Care going down to 12 here, that's okay. Can also attack the Jace, I don't care. Yep, he attacks the Jace, that's fine. We play Uro next turn and use the Aether Gust. Then hopefully get it back. Comes the Uro. Now he fetches for the Skullcrack. We have the Aether Gust. And he concedes because he sees it. So... Wow. Good performance, good lord. I still think that the Mono-Red Blitz deck with the more powerful starts with a lot of browse creatures is hard to beat for this deck. Because you don't have that much sheep removal. But besides this matchup, this feels really good. Don't know how good the Dredge matchup is, because we only have these 4 hate cards here. But I'm also not sure if you need 2 Disdainful Strokes if you already run an Aether Gust against the Titan decks, so this could maybe be something else. Dispute was okay, never really found the Veto, but I suppose it's okay against the Urza decks and control mirrors and stuff. Well of Summer is of course great against anything blue or black, so this is also a reason maybe you don't really need the Veto, because in the matchups where you want this, most likely you also bring in Veil, which has kind of the same role, so I still think these 2 cards are flex slots right now, maybe even the Mystical Dispute if you don't want to hate blue decks that much. So you still have room to play another Graveyard Hate card if you want to. Of course not Rest in Peace, because we want the Sanctuary Snap Uro going. Uro was really great in this deck, feels really strong. I like the Purges, I like the Timelies. Aether Gust was great in this Burn matchup because not only was it removal, it could also counter Skullcrack. The one of Disdainful Stroke is fine. I think right now, I mean, it's okay against the Urza deck and against Eldrazi decks, but never really faced Eldrazi decks since a long time and can't deal with the on-cast triggers. Not sure if this wouldn't be better as a second Aether Gust, because yeah, this also is a removal of some kinds, and then maybe another Graveyard Hate card, but maybe Dredge is still okay, who knows. But yeah, the deck felt great. I think I will rerun this. There's a lot of cantrips going on. The Opt Snap, Astrolabe, Ice-Fang Coatl, Uro, Teferi, redraws, Archmage, Charm. You see a lot of cards from your deck. You have the Sanctuaries as Snapcaster 3 and 4 to fetch up. Sometimes you draw them, then it's Arc Ward of course, but then you have Deprive and Cryptic to bounce them back in your hand, and can do this all over again. I mean, you have seen that there were several games where we kind of locked our opponent out of options with this. So this feels really great, and you have this little toolbox here with kind of everything. Teferis can deal with problematic permanents that resolved, you have Supreme Verdicts, and if you don't misplay like I did, well, you can also put them back on top and replay them, so I think this is also fine. Yeah, there's nothing really I want to change from the main deck. I think a second Deprive would be too greedy, because sometimes Mana Leak is just more efficient and good enough for the early portions of the game, and later on you hopefully find this Deprive anyways, and yeah. I mean, the sideboard, as I mentioned, is flexible, and the main deck, yeah, just run it as it is. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the league overall. Have a great day, or night, or whatever time it is you are watching this, and see you next time. Bye bye.